The idea that someone should complete us in love is one of the most romanticized yet deeply limiting beliefs we've inherited from our culture, from our media, and generational patterns. Huh? At face value, it sounds very poetic, very romantic. But at its root, it suggests lack. It doesn't suggest love. We should choose someone who expands us instead, not someone who completes us. Because completion suggests now incompleteness. When you believe someone else is supposed to complete you, then you operate from a place of emotional dependency. Mm? You start thinking you're not whole until someone fills those perceived gaps. You mistake validation for love. Codependency, you mistake it for intimacy. And we've seen that. We've seen the result of that. We end up settling because we fear being alone more than being unfulfilled. We live a life of performance because we want to be enough for someone else instead of discovering our own enoughness. We live relationships with resentment, yani, because the person we hoped will heal our wounds or even fill our emptiness cannot sustain that role indefinitely. You have to understand completeness fosters obligation, not growth. A partner who's expected to complete you becomes a mirror for your wounds, not your healing. They start feeling responsible for your happiness. Imagine that, an impossible weight to carry. They may try to shape or even fix you in ways that stifle or even stagnate your evolution rather than nurture it. And that's likewise, you may stay in a relationship out of guilt. Oh, they have done so much for me. Out of fear. Oh, no one else can understand me or will understand me like this person. Out of comfort. Ukopale, at least. At least I'm not alone. We are not understanding that none of those create a foundation of thriving love. It only creates a foundation of surviving love. Now, when you look at expansion is rooted in wholeness. With a partner who expands you, they don't fix you. They inspire you to do your inner work. They don't complete your story. They co-write a new chapter with you. They don't shrink or control you. They challenge and celebrate your growth. That kind of relationship, it sparks curiosity, not control. It cultivates alignment, not attachment. It fosters evolution, not entitlement. An expansive partner holds space for all of you, your light and your darkness. While reminding you that your healing and your greatness are both yours to claim. Love based on expansion is not always easy, but it's worth it. To be in an expansive relationship, it requires self-awareness, knowing your patterns, knowing your wounds, and knowing your needs. It requires emotional maturity, where you can communicate with clarity, not manipulation. It requires mutual accountability, both people committed to their own growth, not just each other's comfort. This kind of love doesn't always feel like a fairy tale. It feels real. It challenges you in the best ways. It demands that you show up as your most honest self and rewards you with the kind of connection that liberates, not even limits you. It liberates you. My people, you don't need someone to complete you. You are not half waiting for another half. You are already whole. Even in your healing, you're already whole. The right partner will not fill your gaps. They will walk beside you as you fill those gaps yourself. Choose someone who expands your capacity to love, to learn, and to grow. not someone who chains your worth to their presence. My people, heal. Heal.